Hey, what's up, guys? George back again to do another LP update. This one is for February 19th, 2016. I got a bunch of used stuff over the last 3 weeks or so, I guess, since my last update. 2 weeks, whatever it's been. Couple new pressing things, nothing major. Still waiting on the new Megadeth. Apparently, they haven't put it out yet or pressed it yet. I don't know what's going on with that one. But I got a few magazines too and a book, so I figured I'll start with the magazines. Picked up a Kerrang tribute to Lemmy. Kind of misleading. I mean, it's just a regular issue of Kerrang with a bunch of different bands in it. It does have a little bit of Lemmy Lemmy in it. But as far as the whole issue dedicated to Lemmy, that's not the case, so I was kind of disappointed with that. Cool cover, though. It's a pretty cool cover, so I figured, why not, pick that up. The latest issue of Viva La Rock is out with the Ramones on the cover. No free CD this month. They did give you a free wall calendar for 2016. Probably one of my favorite magazines right now is this one. Last issue had a big article on the Clash. This also has the Hollywood Brats article in it. It's a really great magazine. You can get this at Barnes and Noble. They did their top 20 or top 50, I think it was, albums of the year in this one. Definitely check that out if you haven't seen that one. Also, the brand new issue of Iron Fist is out with Wasp on the cover. It's probably been about 30 years since Wasp was on the cover of anything. But this one doesn't come out as often as Viva La Rock does. It is published by the same publisher. The last one I saw, I think, had Thin Lizzy on the cover, if I remember correctly. But I don't know. This seems like it's only maybe 4 times a year. It says 6 issues a year, but it seems like it doesn't seem like, it's been a long time between issues, I think, unless I missed one maybe, but I go to Barnes & Noble once a week to check the magazines, and they finally got this week, so really cool issue this time. A lot of information in here, kind of like Viva La Rock, so definitely check that out if you haven't seen that yet. Picked up the latest issue of Mojo because it had the Sex Pistols on the cover, and it also came with a pretty vacant CD with a bunch of killer bands on it. I don't know if that'll focus, but not typically something I buy a lot is Mojo, but if they have a cool compilation on it or a cool, somebody cool on the cover, I'll go ahead and pick it up. The last magazine I picked up was the new issue of Classic Rock. Got Dylan on the cover. Came with a free CD for upcoming bands in 2016. So I haven't read this one yet. I've been reading the other magazines first, but it has a nice piece on Phil Lynott, which I guess it's been 30 years since he passed, so definitely cool. The CD has, let's see, I don't know if that'll focus or not. Doesn't look like it's focusing, but that could be my eyes. But anyway, it's got Blackstone Cherry, Hey Hello, which is Ginger Wildheart's new thing. Dream Theater, Ricky Warwick, Anthrax, Virgin Marys, Monster Truck. The new Monster Truck, which by the way is fantastic. I'll be doing a CD update soon. I don't think there is a US vinyl yet, but I'll talk about that in the CD update. Alright, one more book. Van Halen Rising. Talks about the early years of Van Halen. It's on ECW Press. or VanHalenRising.com. But it's cool. It has a bunch of old pictures. I think it goes up to, yeah, it's just talking about the early years of Van Halen. So that's pretty cool. I haven't read through the whole thing yet. There's a couple other books I'm reading right now, but this is definitely one of the next ones I'll be reading. I just grabbed that one not too long ago. Now onto the vinyl. I picked up a couple things that I hadn't had before, but 10 Years After, Stonehenge. Original press on London. Gatefold. Killer Gatefold. This is a really good record. If you like 10 Years After, if you like Alvin Lee, then, you know, this is right up there with one of the better ones. I like the bluesier 10 Years After stuff, but this is pretty good. Next up is Rory Gallagher Live. This is on Polydor 1972. I've been getting into a lot more Rory Gallagher lately. I have most of his studio stuff, but when it comes to live shit, I don't have that much of it. So that's a nice original press. One I picked up, Making the Point from Frankie and the Knockouts. I have a couple other things by him. This was in the dollar bin. Gold stamp promo. Actually, Tico Torres from Bon Jovi plays drums on here. Somewhere. Right there. And when I got home, I realized that it's actually autographed on the back to some guy named Steve, who I don't know. Pretty cool record. Typical like Jersey AOR stuff. Picked up a single from Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers for Don't Come Around Here No More. I believe there's 2 unreleased tracks. I don't remember these 2 tracks on here as the B-sides. Trailer and Spike. This is a German pressing. I haven't listened to the B-sides yet because I have so much stuff to listen to that I've gotten over the last couple weeks. But I'll definitely be checking those out. I don't know how they are, but I don't remember ever. They didn't sound familiar to me. That's why I picked this up. I like this older Tom Petty stuff. Album called, it's self-titled by the Butts Band. It's kind of a weird name, but kind of a bluesy rock band from, I think, 73? I don't remember. Yeah, 1973. This features Robbie Krieger and John Densmore from the Doors was in this band. It's a short-lived band. There's Krieger. There's Densmore. I never heard of this thing. You know, it's not the greatest album, but I guess this was, you know, obviously post-door stuff, but pretty cool, I guess, to have. I've never seen it before. At least I never paid any attention to it. I love the cover of the old amp. Of course, somebody put a sticker on it that I couldn't get off, but pretty cool. Picked up a beautiful copy of Country Joe and the Fish. I Feel Like I'm Fixing to Die. First press. It doesn't have the full color Fish game in it. So I guess that's why it was kind of cheap, but pretty cool. I've always liked these guys. It's on Vanguard, 1968, I think, or 69. Like I said, it was dead mint, the vinyl. So I picked that up. Kind of bluesy rock. I think they always got lumped in with like Grateful Dead and that shit because they played Woodstock, but a little a little better, I think. I'm not a Dead fan at all. Found this in the dollar bin, Steelers wheel. 70s rock band on A&M. Had their big hit with Stuck in the Middle with You. Jerry Rafferty was in this band. So I picked that up. It was only $1. So I like that song, but kind of a cool record, I guess. One I never seen. I don't even know if this came out in the U.S. This is on Kingdom Records out of London, England. The Reds, Power Pop, Stronger Silence is the name of the record. Really killer power pop record. The Reds are Phillies, local boys here from Philly in the early '80s. I really liked their first album. So this came through the shop. I decided to jump on. Like I said, I had never seen it. I don't even know if it was ever officially released in the United States, but this came out, I think, like 84 or 85, somewhere in there. Maybe a little earlier, but I was happy to grab this. They put out a bunch of 7-inches, too, back in the day that I'll probably end up trying to find on Discogs or eBay or something. A couple a couple Dean Martin LPs came in that were absolutely, looks like they've never been played. Best of Dean Martin on Capitol. I know this is a reissue, but they're both like dead mint. And Italian Love Songs. This one's the original press. We can't keep Dean Martin in the store right now. I don't know what's going on with this stuff, but really killer though. Really nice. Whoever had this before really took awesome care of it. Next up, Rod Stewart live. The only reason I picked this up was basically it's the faces on here. This was recorded in '73. It wasn't released till '81. But it has Ronnie Wood, Ian McLagan, Kenny Jones on it. And it's a Faces live album. I don't know why they called it Rod Stewart, but I guess they put it out when he went solo and had his big hit in the early '80s. So, but it sounds amazing. Really killer live record. I love the old Faces stuff. I love that style of music. Next up, I found Upgrade for me. It's almost near mint. It's almost mint. It's near. I would say it's near mint, and that's the original pressing of Magic Bus from the Who. This is a stereo pressing. This looks fantastic. Sounds great. I listened to it. I actually listened to this morning. So I was happy to get the upgrade of that one. Got this for pretty cheap. It's Twist with B.B. King. Original pressing on Crown Records. Kind of a bluesy pop B.B. King on this one. He doesn't do... I don't think he does a version of the... No, he does Rock and Twist on this. But it's got the old Crown Records label on it, the rainbow label. But pretty cool. I've never seen this one out in a while. I don't know if it's worth anything. I don't think it is, but who knows? Like I said, I don't buy pick my stuff for monetary value. I love the music. So any old B.B. King stuff I can find, I usually pick up. I never saw this before, so I figured I'd pick that up. Next up is a weird compilation from Janis Joplin on Telehouse out of New York. It's a 2 LP set, the greatest hits of Janis Joplin. This was pretty cheap. It was like $4 or something like that. So I guess it's definitely an aftermarket, early '80s, comp. There's no date on it, but I could tell by the way it's pressed. It's early '80s stuff. Or early '80s press, I should say. but it's pretty cool. I have a lot of Joplin stuff. Next up, I picked this up. This was fantastic. Otis Redding, live in Europe. This is on Volt Records, 1967. He does a killer version of Day Tripper on here from the Beatles. Somebody had tape there, and the tape came off, but it left that stain. It's weird. But there's one little nick on this record that just pops once when I listen to it. But other than that, it's mint, or near mint. I don't like to say mint all the time, but he also does Respect on here, Satisfaction, the Stones cover, My Girl. Really cool, man. Really cool live album. I love Otis Redding. I got a cheap copy of the Nas. This one's, I would say it's in very good plus. I have like the reissue of this, but this is the original pressing on SGC Records. Gatefold has the hit Hello It's Me on there, which I'm not a big fan of that song, but it's alright. Of course, Todd Rundgren's band, if anybody doesn't know who the Nas is. Picked up another copy, and actually not another, an upgrade. This is a mono copy, though, of the Young Rascals, with Good Lovin' on it. I think the other one I had wasn't as good as this, but it was a stereo copy anyway. This is the mono. They do a killer version of In the Midnight Hour on here. Good Lovin' Out, Like a Rolling Stone. Mustang Sally's killer on here too. It's a really killer record, I thought. Finally got a mint copy of this record. This record is like unplayed. It doesn't have the full color poster in it, but it's the first Moby Grape record, and apparently it's the finger cover. If you didn't know, he's got his finger on a washboard like that, and later pressings they took the finger off, so it just looks like he's doing this. But obviously this is the first press with the sticker over it. Probably a 1.5 press. I'm not peeling that sticker off, but this is a mono version of it. Kind of bluesy rock from the 60s killer, though. So I was happy to get that. I mean, this thing was like dead mint. It's on the original Columbia. Look at that thing. It's like they didn't even play it. So I was happy to get this. I know the mono one's hard to find. You know, usually it's all stereo stuff. The ones I've always seen out there. I think I probably have the stereo version of it, knowing me. But pretty cool record, though. As you can tell, I've been getting into some of the older stuff over the last few weeks. Alright, and the two newer ones I got, actually no, I got one more. I got this from Bomp Records online. They found some cutouts of this Flamin' Groovies, Shake Some Action. Didn't have this on vinyl, so I decided to get it from them. It's like $8 or something. It's the original pressing on Sire from 1976. I think this has a new singer on it from their, that wasn't on their older stuff. I guess. I don't think the singer's the same singer, but so pretty cool record though. More power pop than garage on this record, which I liked. It's kind of a mix of the two. Alright, now the last two I got here are two new pressings. One is the Misfits, Walk Among You, live record from Bad Joker record label, 2015. This was recorded in Michigan, Detroit, Michigan on April 23rd, 1983. Again, one of those legal bootlegs. or official bootlegs. I don't know what you want to call them, but sounds pretty good for an early Misfits live album. Bad Joker is the label that it's on. It has put out a couple other things that I want to pick up. Kind of another new unofficial live label, I guess you would call it. But standard black vinyl. Cool, pretty cool record though. And lastly, brand new band from guys from Pittsburgh that were in, I knew I was going to blank on the name of the band once I got to this. Anyway, they were in a band out there in Pittsburgh, which I have a couple of their CDs that they put out. I think I have an LP. Damn, I wish I could remember the name of them. Maybe it'll come to me. Anyway, it's a debut from the Volcano Dogs. This is limited to 100 copies on yellow vinyl, which I ended up getting. Comes with a nice insert. Cool label on Rat Records. And cool gold yellow vinyl. Piss yellow vinyl. Damn, I can't remember the name of the band that these guys were in. That sucks. I'm looking here to see if they think. No. Anyway, if you like Nashville Pussy, Super Suckers, stuff like that, you'll absolutely love this band. Silver Tongue Devil. I knew it would come to me. Out of Pittsburgh. A couple of the guys from Silver Tongue Devil were in this band. Are in this band now. But really killer record. I got this from Deadbeat Records, which the yellows are sold out now. You can't get them anymore, but they do have a black version of it, black vinyl version of it. It's $11.99. Again, not to get back to my $11.99 for this, and yet the new Monster Truck record on Amazon's over $40. I don't know. I don't get it, but whatever. So I'm not going to be ordering that on vinyl. But anyway, that is it for the vinyl update. I got the CD update coming pretty soon. And I guess it'll probably be time for a new Nerd Alert video at some point. But got a bunch of stuff coming. A bunch of new releases coming out. Anthrax. Hopefully that Megadeth will show up on vinyl at some point. Bunch of new CDs too that just aren't available on vinyl that I got coming in. Ricky Warwick, stuff like that from the Almighty. But I can't wait to get that one. I heard some tracks from that. It sounded excellent. Anyway, that is it. I'll talk to everybody real soon. And please subscribe. Click that like button. Do all that stupid shit that everybody else always asks you to do. You don't really have to. But anyway, that is it. I'll talk to y'all soon. Peace. Hey, what's up guys? George back again to do another LP update. This one is for February 19th, 2016. Got a bunch of used stuff over the past couple weeks. Very little new. I got a couple new things, new pressing stuff. And a couple books, magazines, that kind of shit. So I figured I'd start off with the magazine. A bunch of new things have come out over the last month, including Kerrang's tribute to Lemmy, which is kind of misleading. It's just a regular issue of Kerrang magazine with all the other artists in it, but I thought it was all going to be Lemmy. There's a few Lemmy articles in here. Just took my eye out on that one. Start again.